think about it?
Yeah, so the way I think about it, is we had algebra. We had algebra of business, and I described algebra of business was kind of a very straightforward theory, and this was the case when I came to the Valley. This is kind of what all the experts would tell you, is that basically if big companies are well run, then startups can't take them out. And so you want to be very scared and wary of the companies that are well run, and you basically, as an entrepreneur, you need to wait until a big company is poorly run, and then they introduce, they get arrogant and they get lazy, and that's when you attack. For my generation, for me, disruption theory was sort of the equivalent of calculus, which was, it sort of flipped a lot of the assumptions on their head, and it basically told you actually the opposite, which is the companies that get disrupted, the big companies that get disrupted are not the poorly run big companies as much as they're the well-run big companies, right? The thing that prevents a big company from adapting to disruption coming from below is that it's well-run, right? Big part of Clay's first book on the topic, which is it's big companies that are well-run are very focused on their current customers. They're very focused on their current customer needs. They're very focused on their current customers' ability to pay, the revenue that they'll support. They're very focused on the margins that they can get off the current customers. And it's because they're so well-run that this new thing comes up from below and looks like a toy, and they say, well, that's never going to work because all these customers that we focus on aren't interested in it. And so the gap that opens up is a gap that opens up as a result of competence, not incompetence. And out here that was a sort of swallow the red pill kind of moment from the Matrix, which is basically the minute you wrap your head around that, you're like, oh, right, and then all of a sudden you can, just like with calculus, you can start to explain all these things that you see in business that otherwise don't make sense, right? These big, successful, important companies with all these resources and all these capabilities and all these incredibly sharp people and all the magazine covers and the whole thing, and yet they get taken apart, sometimes extremely quickly.
With